The question Rich Lefevre asked was what was the range on these boats? On a Type C, usually somewhere around 9 or 10,000 miles, but they could pick up fresh fuel, though, if they'd come across or if they met one of the U-tankers, the Type 14s, or one of the Type 9s that was on its way back with extra fuel, or a Type 9 D2. The biggest problem they had was food. They had so much food on board. One of the bathrooms, they had 2 heads on board. One of them was all loaded up with food. You couldn't even use it. And they had food hanging everywhere.
And there was cockroaches and stuff too.
Most likely. The Italian submarines were loaded with lice. Japanese loaded with cockroaches. And the German subs, who knows? Yes.
The Liberals haven't gotten rid of this yet.
I think it would cost them a bunch. Yeah.
But they would if they could.
I imagine they would. The Type 7s, they had a much shorter range. They would have to meet up with one of the Type 14s, but they were a high priority target, the Type 14s,
Sure.
because it was the lifeblood of keeping the combat boats at sea, and also their idea of security was pitiful. One of the guys I knew who was on a Type 9 said they rendezvoused with a Type 14 and another U-boat also on the other side of the Type 14. They both took on fuels. Immediately, the 2 Type 9s had double lookouts, had manned the guns. The guys on the Type 14, they were lounging at the rail, smoking cigarettes, and he said they cast off their lines and headed off, and 15 minutes later, they dived to get underwater, and he said they could hear the Type 14 with a long conversation with headquarters. And he said within half an hour they could hear the bombs going off and the Type 14 was gone. They only made 6 of them.
Wow.
In the early stages, they would meet with, like you saw in Das Boot, they'd go into a harbor, and they had those German supply ships in there.
Man, they should have thought better on that one.
Yeah.
11 o'clock, it's on the last ticket. Yeah, it's 11.